Hey, this is Dr. Ashley. Travis and Taylor got engaged. Naturally, people brought up Kayla Nicole, his ex. As a black graduate of Pepperdine University, like Kayla Nicole, I want to see her progress through this media scrutiny better than she has been doing. The posts I'm about to show you have all been made within the last year. Although she says she's over this relationship with Travis, it's pretty clear that she's not. I am Kayla Nicole, Instagram. Your ego will have you crying over a closed door that had nothing behind it. And there's video coming up I'll show you later within the last year that she's actually still crying over the relationship. Travis has moved on. They shared 2 dogs together. When he broke up with Kayla, he gave Kayla both of the dogs, and then shortly after announced that he was now dating Taylor Swift. Now, Kayla, still to this day, after years of not dating Travis Kelce, she still has custody of the dogs. She claims she's over Travis Kelce, but he gave up the dogs to get rid of the ties to her because he knew that he's serious and heading towards marriage. He knew almost instantly with Taylor Swift when they first started dating that he wanted marriage. He got rid of all ties to Kayla Nicole. But Kayla still has the 2 dogs that they shared while living together for a few years. And she's still crying over the relationship. You know how witches will hand out spiders to establish a soul connection with the person that they want to bewitch? Spiders represent monitoring spirits. I believe that the dogs are representative of that for Kayla. They are monitoring spirits for Kayla. They're the last tie to Travis that she has, this and her talk show. And I think she needs to get rid of the dogs. Keep in mind that she's still crying over him.
Boy, and I have the girl, so it worked out.
Now, how did y'all come to that decision? Because I have dogs with the previous partner, and I got both the dogs. Full responsibility on me. I had a dog bill the other day. It was $2,000, and I love my kids.
No, they're expensive.
But how did y'all come to that conclusion? Because that's impressive.
Yeah, he has the boy, and I have the girl, so it worked out.
Now, how did y'all come to that decision? Because I have dogs with the previous partner, and I got both the dogs. Full responsibility on me. I had a dog bill the other day. It was $2,000, and I love my kids.
No, they're expensive.
But how did y'all come to that conclusion? Because that's impressive.
Okay. Kayla Nicole, and that was on Kayla's show. That clip you just saw is on Kayla's show, which is in line with her career, but she only got because, people are only interested in visiting her show because they want to ask her questions about Travis Kelce. I wish that she was soft launched into stardom. She has a modeling background. But for us on the TV that are watching her through our TV screens, I wish she would have guest starred on like a show. It's not easy to break into Hollywood. I understand that. Had she guest starred on a show, people probably will be asking her more about the show and the role she plays on the show, and less about opening up those witchified emotional portals where she's spiritually open about a relationship from 5 years ago. Because if you haven't noticed, Kayla is also naturally a very sensitive person, on top of still getting over this relationship from almost 5 years ago. She's still talking about this relationship, and I think at one point Taylor Swift got really mad at Kayla's constant talking about a relationship, about this relationship, because again, as evidenced in one way, that Travis Kelce was serious about his relationship with Taylor from the beginning, was the getting rid of those two dogs and erasing all ties from Kayla and Nicole. I think Taylor Swift briefly shaded Kayla Nicole in the Kelce Brothers podcast, and I think they edited that part out. But it's aggravating because her platform is being built by constantly talking about the Kelce brothers instead of acknowledging, hey, yes, I am the girl that dated him, but let's move on and talk about other things. So this is February now. February, Kayla Nicole reveals the biggest challenge of dating an athlete and the advice she has for women who are exclusive. Not appropriate. Even in February, we all knew that, hey, Taylor and they're serious. At some point, it's not appropriate. Okay, you had a past. Discuss everything you want to say about that in one giant interview and get it over with. February, y'all. Let's see. While chatting about her victorious season on Fox's Special Forces World's Toughest Test, on February 5th, she said she was proud of herself winning the reality quasi-military training competition series because she did it with her own grit and grind. That's something she said was overlooked while dating a high-profile public figure. My success has been attributed to people that she was in close proximity to. That's something that happens to women all the time, especially in the industry. I never referred to myself as a wag. I feel doctors' wives don't call themselves dags. You know what I mean. I don't know why that even became a thing. I think that dating an athlete is a choice and can be a challenge for any woman, especially because I think that their schedules require a lot, especially if it's long distance and you find yourself kind of putting your goals and your dreams on the back burner to support theirs. And I remember she got a lot of flack for this statement. What do we care about your goals and your dreams and you dating a wag when Taylor Swift is currently his wag? She's the one that's supposed to have this conversation with the public about how they fit in dating time. This is from the Special Forces reality show.
Yeah, it's pretty constant. Exhausting.
It still happens.
Constantly. It doesn't matter. I could post about the sky being blue and people will have a response about an ex and their new situation. It's inadvertently affected me to the point where it makes me question just like my overall value as a person, as a partner. So.
Why is it making you question your value?
All within the last year.
I think it's just the comparison, and it's just like on loop. Sorry. I think I'm still trying to figure out how to deal with it.
Okay, now let me see where my camera. I have a verse that I want to share with you all, and basically it's about how she can get the trolls off her back. And it's related to Jesus dying on the cross. Let's see, Colossians 2:14-15, obliterating the bond against us with its legal claims. So, obliterating the bond against us with its legal claims. Currently, the bond against Kayla Nicole is that, oh, here she go. I bet she gonna be crying in her sleep and inventing yet another excuse to talk about Kels now that they're getting engaged, because she randomly talks about him a lot. But this time it's legal. They're getting married. I hope she'll be quiet now. That's what a lot of people are saying. How do you obliterate the bond against us with its legal claims? How do you stop people from talking? Which was opposed to us. He also removed it from our midst, nailing it to the cross. He removed the charges against us of sin from our midst. We have a clean slate. Kayla Nicole can have a clean slate with the public. How does she remove the people talking about her and get them to move on? Nailing it to the cross, despoiling the principalities and the powers. He made a public spectacle of them, leading them away in triumph by it. So the Lord publicly addressed our sins and the need for it to be removed by nailing it to the cross, by allowing himself to be nailed to the cross in public. I think Kayla Nicole has addressed this relationship enough. She needs to stop talking about this relationship. I also think she needs to remove those dogs from her house. She's a very sensitive girl. Leading them away in triumph by it. So when the Lord was nailed to the cross for our sins, we gained triumph by it. Our sins were cleared. We no longer, look like a fool socially for our sins. It was forgiven by the Lord and thus by the Christian community, as long as we did not repeat our sin again and we turned away from it. Kayla, it's already been talked about ad nauseum. We can move on. And if somebody wants to talk about it, those pre-interview questions with your publicist should state, we will not discuss the relationship. Leading them away in triumph by it. How do you triumph? And obliterating the bond against us with its legal claims. How do you get people to stop talking about, oh, Kayla's jealous? Leading them away in triumph by it. How do you triumph over this situation? Removing the claims against you. Stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. He removed it from our midst, nailing it to the cross, despoiling the principalities and the powers.